Another one? My goodness, he's all gone, squandered. There is a Krieg in play.
There is one.
But what else is in the arsenal? Very little is the answer to that question. Complexity, I'm sure, will find that answer shortly. Still some Kevlar. James invested himself into a somewhat of a vest.
Kevlar vest.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, it's not just a stringer. He's not off to the gym.
So kick out with the Krieg here. You can see they try to boost up. That hasn't really worked out. Incendiaries can be problematic as well. There's a lot of sound cues coming out from that Buster. You're in trouble, my friend. He sits in the corner. He's got flashbangs, grenades all around him. He still has a decent amount of HP, all things considered, as he still makes his way through, looking for the 1D opportunities. Everyone's going through now. Bomb down. That'll cause rotations here. Smith is sick, as his teammate Def will just rain down just that from above, from those coffins. Looks like Sick is in a good position there, no problem at all for Complexity. Nice. Just Jane remaining, and down he goes. It's Complexity 5, Avangar 3, and their money's still not in a great position. Sanji with just 2,400 there, as they'll struggle into this next round. He's 2-8 at this stage. As Obo, the boy wonder, yet to see him really light things up.
Yeah, it makes sense to call the timeout, right? Get your head in order. James $50 short of the AWP as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen many AWPs at all. It's been a back and forth game, to be fair. There's Complexity now really getting on their feet, looking like the more dominant team, I would say, overall. I haven't seen that much to suggest that Avangar have got a crazy deep playbook on this map, but it's very early days. They've been focusing toward that B side of the map. They've been granted access time and time again, so it makes sense they keep going in.
But a microcosm of the game so far, I think, is the pistol. You know, a Vanguard having all of that, Def smoke, like its utility that did save Complexity, and it has been time after time. We've seen a Vanguard, they're put into awkward positions, one, by Shazam and his heroics, but also by the utility usage of the CTs. It is going to be all the AKs and Sanji's sacrifice. He's going pure utility. Yeah,
P250, smoke, Molotov, and flashes. It's fine. One player on the pistol, and you have a grenade. It means you're going for a set piece. Essentially, you'll be having objectives in mind towards the end of this round. Double A cheese doesn't do too much. Kickout does get a taste of it, though, down to 79. And Buster, once again, ready to fight towards B, as he'll be waiting for the aggression at the very start. CTs haven't been forcing the issue on this side of the map too much. They have been getting control, but they haven't been pushing right out the T steps so much. As now they might be changing that, as they've gone for late incendiaries. And now you can hear the extinguished flames at the bottom there suggest the T's are falling back.
Choose to push on it. This is a big call from Complexity. They're going aggressive right up, face to the smoke, spray in, jump through, 6 behind enemy lines. He's going to lie in wait here. It does lose Def in the process, but they are paranoid, and that's smart from Buster. They passed through the smoke, there was flashes and everything, but still Buster cognizant that there was 2 CTs and he could only find 1.
Yeah, that was really cool. I thought there was a chance for a couple of CT kills there, snuck through. There was a moment where it looked like he maybe had 3 kills on the cards, but a 5-on-3 in favor of Avangar, and Obo knows he needs information here. He's pushing towards middle, but Dren's got Shazam. Just about, not the cleanest of kills, but they all count. 5-on-2. Ricky, he's currently set on 1-4. I don't kick at low HP as well. Doesn't connect. That looked like it was his. If he gets that kill, he probably pushes them back towards Banana.
Look how quick Obo is, though, on the tail. Like, James, he's going to turn around at 180, responsible for Banana just in the nick of time. And now Obo, yeah, I think he's going to try and get out of dodge. He realizes he's kind of in the hurt locker now. Can't really go one way or the other. James will seal his fate. 5-4.
Well, there we have it. Money should be... it's actually okay. Shazam has 8k, so he'll certainly buy an AWP now. Like 100%. He'll get the AWP out. His teammates will do what they can. You can see Sick with $1,400. We'll see. Sick. Not happy with the performance there. It looked like Ricky actually had a chance to close that one out. Even
with the low HP,
yeah, Ricky takes some kick out. They didn't have another smoke. There's a chance they fall back towards B and run into the warm embrace of Obo there at the bottom. There was a real case to be made, but either way, there's the AWP for Shazam. Fantastic CT Inferno player. Watch out for his aggression. He's going to need it this round considering the buy they have. You can see a lack of utility and firepower in some cases as well. Sick and Def down to the FAMASs here. Get to another default, this time not challenging for B whatsoever. But Ricky trying to get towards the end of apartments here with Obo. Going to have a nice little stack here. Can be very good. Also can fall apart very quickly unless you get quick kills there. There's a chance of a double spray down from the T's. We'll see who it favors as Shazam watches towards the underpass.
Nothing there just yet. James was just about to do his best groundhog impression. Sanji does swing.
That's what I meant. Wow. That's what can happen.
That's the downside of the setup.
If you get 1 kill and fall back, it's great, but there is a strong chance that happens too.
Wow, yeah. Once again, the gaming shoes, Henry, are really paying off. You can see all of this coming.
Squeaky clean.
Buster does take Sick out of the equation on CT. This is a fantastic round from a Vanguard, and it's good to know that the A site can be hit too. Haven't seen this one in about 8 rounds. Sam's in trouble, doesn't hit the shot. Sanji will close it out, and this should be the end of that. Def just wandering through CT spawn, seeing if he can upgrade his FAMAS before this round concludes. Maybe take a couple away from the Vanguard boys.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he can do.
A Vanguard boys?
A Vanguard boys, yeah.
There's something there.
There is something there. T-shirt, perhaps. Ouch, Buster is a little sharp now. Heard all about this kid, and he looks like he's a very competent rifler, I would say. Working towards that B side of the map, usually finding the headshots when required, even when things get chaotic. It's a huge round for them to win. We said that was a difficult buy, regardless of complexity in the last round. They didn't really make a dent on it. Shazam stifled on the A side, did have a chance for a couple of kills, but very difficult shots, doesn't work out for him. And you see Def now, newly appointed in-game leader, discussing with the coach what they're going to do. They have got a vast array of strategies. Their ecos are something quite brilliant, actually. Their full ecos is always a chance they can win these rounds because they have really nice, interesting setups. Absolutely. They don't just treat it like, oh, it's a throwaway round. They try and win every single round with these little tricks they have, great stacks and interesting approaches to the game. Vanguard, though, should be slowing this right down. They know the eco's coming up.
Yeah, I really love it when you see a team who does do these ecos, kind of these well thought through ecos. They just invest just that one little flashbang. Of course, you can see their funds. No one's willing to make that sacrifice, but just seeing the power of utility when used correctly. We've already seen examples of it. And into round 11, let's see what they can do with absolutely diddly squat. That's British for not much. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. Ricky went back to spawn for the Zeus.
He's like, you know what, guys? This doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, there's a problem here. I fixed it. Don't worry.
So you can see, like I said, Complexity got a 4-man like stack towards the quad side.
They boosted, I wonder?
Yeah, they've probably got a little tower on the ledge by Boiler Room. So they're giving it everything they've got. Rookie with the Zeus, managed to get a kill with that before, albeit on a Mac 10 user. Fortunately for Def, he is alone, but he does get a headshot in, only for 30 damage, but still might be enough to dissuade them. We'll see. 4-man stack towards A and an open B bomb side, essentially. Buster could just walk into this one. There's waiting for any CTs to gather information there, but with 5 players here, and
no way. What? He's tagging another one. You've got 28 P. Where is your... How is he still breathing? I don't understand.
They're getting a little bit worried now.
He's managed to sneak away completely out of the line of sight. He's managing to make it look like there are so many more players here than there are. Bless him. Not much more, unfortunately, for him, I assume. Adrian will find him, and, well, the site's clear. The bomb will go down, and the CT's retaking with 3 USPs, a P2K, and a Zeus. It's not the most appealing of prospects, that's for sure.
That's a good point.
Thanks, man.
It looked like Def actually did enough there. The fact he got that 1 kill, dinked another.
Why did they not go back?
Well, the thing is he had a P2000, right? So the fact he's got a P2000, if that's the firepower they got there, sure, you can actually take him down, no problem. If you had a CZ who's getting those kills, you might think twice about it. But he's got a P2000. It's a very difficult gun to get any kills with against armor. So they just stuck to their guns. The fact is as well, they didn't have any map control at all. If they had a player in second middle, sure, they might have to fall back, but they have no idea. The CT's right in their heels right now. They're towards the underpass, and Obo and Co won't necessarily get any rifles out of this, but they're certainly causing some damage, Alex.
This is clever. Love it. Buster's in trouble from the bomb as well. He's gone down. Just Sanji remaining.
They've got an AWP.
And they've got an AWP and an AK out of it. That's something. That's more than something. Complexity, patience with their USPs. The fact that Def got one to open, we thought that was the bonus. That was the golden egg. Instead, they get weapons, and almost all of Vanguard are forced into the grave.
Very, very interesting round. Well, it is going to be 6-5. Avangard taking the lead here on the T side of Inferno. They've won 3 rounds in a row.
Gambling, though. All of them. They could have just ran through CT. I mean, wow.
Well
AWP's in play.
Yeah, we have got Shazam with the spearhead of the operation. 4 players in total towards B, and I assume a very aggressive pick. We get just that, Alex, but it's a lovely shot. This time we'll kick up. He'll take down the AWPer, and the CTs are in a lot of trouble here. They need to get some kills in response here. Buster not slowing down whatsoever. He's waiting by the sandbox there. So he's got another kill. Indeed, he has. Molotov to actually segregate the CTs at this point. You can see they can't. Well, so a 3-on-3, it looked like a massive advantage for Avangard. Back towards A they go, and this time we have got one player there.
Yeah, Obo, he's playing Cold Zera's box. We'll see what he can do with it. Molotov. the second. It's so much harder, but he still thrives. That's 2, and that is the round complexity. 3 versus 5. They turn it around.
Yeah, great stuff there. Avangar, they get 2 kills towards B, but that's the beauty of the 4-man stack, I suppose, because you assume no one else is going to be there. They had 2 more players, still fighting, still finding kills. Sick manages to push them back towards A, and we see what Oppo's capable of. You said it to Cold Zero Box, but look how well played that is. Close range of York, denying the plant, buying some time for Def to swing around as well. So there it is, 6-6 after losing the first 2 players. They're 1 round away from breaking the money of Avangar. So this is a huge swing round here, as Ricky will be leading this time towards B.
Not discouraged from his early death. Shazam looks for early info again. They're straight down middle. There's a timer on this peak, and the timer is on the tees through second mid. James about to poke his head out. It's quick, and it's preemptive. Nice work from Shazam. That's first blood drawn, and he can scamper away into the site safely with a smoke to keep the tees locked in.
You can see he's been watching the demos. He knows the tendencies of James there. That would have been key to his job, to work out how the AWP will be operating on the T side, work out what he likes to do if you don't see him at T steps, and you can see him ready and waiting for that exact peak. So he definitely has an understanding of how James likes to approach the game. That also gets inside your head if you're an AWPer as well. You know, okay, he knows exactly how I play. He's 1 step ahead of me here, and they've got a nice 5-4 advantage. Avangar's still in the round. They've got 3 players towards the top of B. Kick up, using the smoke towards CT spawn as Def rotates towards the coffins.
Wow, Kicker was talking a whole lot there. He's coordinating something. Smoke goes out. They're looking to push in on this, and he now using the smoke to cross into Sick. Gets the frag. Nice flash from Sanji, and Kicker, he's opened up the site. Wide open as well. The CTs are miles away. That bomb can go in their own leisure as they clear out the corners, and now it's down to Ricket, Obo, and Shazam should they desire.
I don't think this is worth it, this one.
Yeah, playing the percentages, we talk about them.
Yeah, the money's not great. You've got an AWP up as well. You've got about 5 more seconds to work out what the players here. They've got Ricky actually in towards the ruins. Nice shot. There might be a chance now.
Ricky's close.
Yeah.
If he can catch that banana player, Buster's made his presence known. He can take that 5 for free. There's another one on banana and one up on the box. Kick, it's gone. They've done it against all odds. My goodness, they certainly didn't have the percentages.
No, they didn't. They really didn't. Shazam with 3 kills in the round. Avangar had that one under lock and key. The bomb was down. The smokes are deployed. It was looking like with the AWP retake, that wouldn't even be possible.
That's 2 of those impossible retakes now.
That's shocking. The Avangar shouldn't be giving those ones up. They weren't even touching the bomb, and they're getting straight up jewels there before they've even got near the site. And there we go. Stepping up, you can see what it means to Obo. Big round.
Huge round.
Like we said, if they win that one, they potentially break the money of Avangar there. So that's massively beneficial for the North Americans. Steph looks relatively happy with it.
To call a timeout after a victory like that, perhaps that might just be the cooldown. You know, I don't see many mounts moving. That's just probably take a breath.
I like that approach. When you know you've won a massive round, you shouldn't have gone there. Not only is your adrenaline flowing, you know the other team are stewing over on the other side of the server, right? You want them to sit and bicker about it, think about what just happened, maybe overthink the situation as well. And it's an interesting one. You win a round.
Because now you're forced to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, guys, we haven't got time. Oh, but we do.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, I guess we have to point fingers now.
Well, Kickhead's feeling it. He got 2 opening kills. He's like, guys, I got 2 opening kills towards B, and he still didn't win the round. I'm going to buy up Krieg now. Going to get the armor. I'm going to show you how it's done once again.
So much in that round, man. Just reminding me. Yeah, Kicker, he really opened that one up against the odds as well. Great game of Counter-Strike so far between these 2. Complexity and a Vanguard. Yeah, 2 unknown entities, really.
And there's another one. The headshot of the Krieg does open things up. Kick up once again, cracks open the B side. Sick, who has to pick up the pieces. Good grenade. Significant damage towards Adren, one of the few players without Kevlar there, so he goes down to 54.
That M4 looks juicy.
Yeah, he wants it.
It's not really within his wheelhouse to defend it, but now that 3 arrive, they can. Looks like a bit of a re-aggress.
I heard them say they're going to flash over B there. We actually can hear players down there. I've got some supersonic area. They've done it as well. They flashed over B, and they've got control of that area now. So trying to get information for Obo. He's been left compromised on this A site alone a few times now. It's when he's got backup, he seems to thrive. When he's alone, maybe not so much.
Let's see what he can do this time then. Back on his box. Pistols, close quarters. He does have the support of Shazam, but it's far away, locked out. The Molotov will. Oh no! It's okay. It's okay. He's on the box. Shazam pushing through. He gets punished. Obo goes hunting. Kicker into response. He's making that Krieg sing. He would have to make this the 1 versus 2. Ace. Kicker trying to do it all. Bomb down. No, choosing to fake it. He knows they're closing the gap. The dance gets an opportunity. 1 versus 1. Rick is too quick.
Damn. Okay. That incendiary from Shazam, that would have been such a on top of the box. He was
Forces him to swing.
Whew, that would have been something quite special, but it was actually kind of perfect because then they can't even swing around and check that position, right? They don't even know he's there. Obo felt he was going down any seconds, jumped through the flames and basically bayonets a player trying to get on the bomb side there.
Bayonet.
So that was cool. So it did work out in the end, but it certainly was dicey as we go into the final round here. Kick up with the Krieg once more, and Sanji with the Mac 10. Double AWP setup here. This is what I wanted to see. Ricky, for me, back in 2015, was a fantastic AWPer, and we're seeing more and more of that now as this team evolves, complexity that is, seeing whether he can step up with the sniper still. Good grenades. Bust up, down to 73.
It's such a staple now. Those nades always a nuisance. Somewhat of a rarity to have full HPT side when they're looking to hit the site. I mean, it's just so difficult to overcome, other than patience.
The final round of the first half here. About what you expect for Inferno. A lot of people think it's synonymous with CT sides. It's actually not. These days, it's actually relatively even. It's still certainly a CT-sided map generally.
Bloody hell.
When that sort of stuff's happening, though, maybe not so much. It's Bust who's been incredibly impressive on this side of the map, and now Sick will have to be just that. So he's going to hold them off. 4 players making their way towards B. He is alone, but he has got a smoke and a flashbang. What can he do with it?
Let's find out. Smoke himself, it's going to enable him to just have a bit more of an environment to push through. He can actually push through that smoke should he want to, trying to feign it. The flashes and the nades, all eyes on him. His CT comrades are on the rotate. One through Banana.
Oh, he's locked them in.
They are in the box now. There is one loose end.
They have no idea if they've got a correct. Watching second middle, they think this is clear. They have no idea there's even a possibility. They're going to start panicking now. Problem is, Adren can come kill Def, but 30 seconds remaining. Need to do it very quickly indeed.
Yeah, he's hunting. I think he's aware of it, though. You can see that he's turned around. Def is a cognizant that Adren's coming for him. Sanji on one side does put the smoke down. Def just trying to hold on. Tags him up, but this round is looking really awkward now. The bomb's on the way towards B. 15 seconds. Shazam, if he hits this shot, that's Sanji dead on the cross. Bomb loose. They have to pick it up. They're scarpering into the hands of Buster. He's already got a double kill, but now he's got to get that bomb down as well. Kick it on the hunt, goes down. 2 versus 2. Swings with the CZ. Damage converted by Obo. 1 versus 1.
Wow.
Both of these players have put in quite the show this half, but even this round now, 1 versus 1. Buster to save the 7th for a Vanguard.
He's going to full out. I can see it by the
look. No kit.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Through the box, Obo's not got a chance. Nice work. 8-7. Dead even half.
I thought he was going with the full defuse there. That would have been nuts with 10 seconds to go. But right down the middle there. 8-7. Really interesting game. Yes, I'm not sure who will come out on top, Alex, but one thing I do know is we'll find out after this break.
A Vanguard taking on Complexity and an 8-7 half on Inferno. It's their very first game of the Berlin Major. It's the StarLadder Berlin Major, and we find ourselves in the beautiful city of Berlin, which does seem to thrive in the summer. I'm telling you, sun's out, Germany delivers. We've been having a great time.
I've had a great time. It's a lovely part of the world, one I haven't explored nearly enough. But
Beers in the park after this, Hank.
I think so.
Maybe not today.
At midnight?
Maybe not today.
We have got a lot of CS to get through. We've got 4 after this. So let's see what time we finish, and I might take you up on that offer. P250 for Shazam. They've got a B set up by the looks of things. The 2 smokes and flashbangs there. And we'll but try and get a couple of kills, and we'll see if Complexity slow it right down. I hope they will, and just want to see what you're up against, confirm whether it's a buy or an eco here. The Deagle, no quick gets very good with it, but sick, not bad with the AK either, it seems. He's 16 kills now. Molotov down, Buster recovers the Desert Eagle, but not really much he can do apart from fall back here.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. What I think is so impressive about Obo's story is not only is he such a youngster, but he was also, I think his first, like his trial for his first team was on LAN at ECS. Like that's, not many players' first Counter-Strike team audition is live on a stage, but yeah, thrown into the deep end is a perfect way to describe it. Sick. He is swimming. Buster gone too.
Well, they've got the 5-on-3, B-bomb side open. I love this patience. Yeah, absolutely. That is making sure that no one's giving anything away. You've got a MAC-10 here. That's disposable, essentially. You don't need the MAC-10 going forward. If they run in towards B now and there's a CZ stack, which they're not aware of, that could all fall apart. But Def now making his way towards CT spawn. He's going to get there first and make sure everything's clear for them. He's holding off rotations, and this looks like an absolute lock-in. It was a full eco, of course, for Avangard, but still, you want to make sure you survive with everyone, right?
Let's not forget how Complexity's full eco went. They managed to take all of the weapons away from a Vanguard. Sure, you concede the round, but no real damage done by a Vanguard here.
Yeah, in today's game, you can't risk being sloppy in these sort of rounds. Even though you know they're on eco, you don't have to even hump those kills. You confirm they're on essentially just USPs at this point. That was unlucky. You don't expect to die there, but still, they will recover the rifle. 3 players still alive at the CTs, believe it or not. Deft is trying to tap away here at the MAC-10. He's done really significant damage.
I mean, you said it's disposable. That's a free $600. Should he? I say free. Clearly, Adrent didn't get the memo. Takes the easy headshot for him. To wrap this one up, there's another $600 in the back pocket of Shazam. There was another there. Sanji, that's smart, will return to where his teammate fell. Should be unchecked from now on. We'll be able to perhaps catch one banana. He's quick. No, nice work from Shazam. Tucks himself in. Ooh.
Hello.
Hi. Good to see you.
Well, nothing gained and nothing lost there. Sanji, as we get into the next round, that was the full eco, remember. They get a couple of kills, not too bad, but still only 2 AKs were brought into that round, so Complexity should be absolutely fine. They didn't give anything away in that regard. Here's the odds from GG Bet. You can see Complexity are the favourites at the current scoreline. They're on the T side now, and Avangard. And well cut out for them. What kind of setup will they have going forward? It's where the rifles will come out, but there will be compromises made. You can see MP9s and James Orr. We haven't seen anything from him so far, really, like in terms of the AWP potential. CT side, though, you have a lot more options, so hoping to see him come online.
Very, very risky, though. Let's not forget, no Kevlar vest present. James could be vulnerable to some of the utility usage we've seen coming out from Complexity's T side. No shortage of it, of course, this time. SMGs for the B hold.
Yes, nice work from Def. Didn't need too much backup there. Nice middling smoke towards the banana area. Seiji manages to get up, confirm there's no CT pressure on that side of the map. Let's go for our little set piece here towards A. A couple of flashes out of the apartments. This is a full-on contact play. I love it. It's not going to work out, though. A couple of kills for Adren, no problem at all. I like the idea for Complexity to mix up the pace, but Adren was certainly ready for it. So is James and Shazam. Indeed, Def left in the 3 versus 2, but the Orba James might be able to pick up his second kill right now.
I mean, James, yeah, this should be a freebie for him. Now, with the shot fired, Shazam can start putting bullets in. That's the absence of the Kevlar.
Got to be careful with no armor.
He's back at it again. Watch out. Def and Shazam, they have won impossible, quote-unquote, rounds before. This one, certainly not impossible. 30 seconds, bomb just on the site, so the commitment's clear. James has retreated towards library. That AWP is a powerful weapon from that angle, and Def meets his demise. 20 seconds. They know exactly where he is, and Adrent, that's a lovely connection. Just tapping at the very tippy top of Shazam's bright blonde hair.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's why. That's actually why he could get that shot.
Sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, watch out.
Well, there it is. Avangard with a convincing one. So, Complexity is mixing the pace up. Like I said, this isn't the worst approach. You've been very, very methodical default so far. Right. You're just changing the pace up to two of your keenest fraggers out of the apartments, hopefully catch a player off guard. But Adrent, anything but. They focus towards the bomb site, gets 2 quick kills, and the Orba James does survive somehow, even though he kind of fumbled the jump towards the bomb site here. 10-8 and a full eco for Complexity, just P250s, no armor. They got one smoke, one flash, just going to try and get a bomb plant out of this one. Best you can maybe hope for is smoking the site itself towards B, flashing over and sending 5 players in. That's if you can get banana control. The grenade's going to hurt a lot. Death down to 60 points of health. The second grenade comes in, this one not as successful, but they have got full banana control on the CT side. They've confirmed they're up against pistols, so they're going to send 4 players towards A and just keep bust up with the Krieg towards that banana area. And he's playing a very smart game. He's jumping over there. He just wants information. He still has an incendiary and a smoke, so he's happy to play that by himself. He'll probably drop the smoke first and buy some time for rotation, then drop the incendiary when the full commitment comes through. There's the smoke. If he detects further threat, he'll drop the incendiary in front of it.
Boost to peek onto Buster could be the play.
Def boosting though. He wants the Deagle to go out there, really.
You'd think so. Molotov just in his grasp. They did manage to pull one rotate, smoke, and Molotov in response, but it's too far deep, and now they're closing the gap. You said a bomb plant's the mission. Well, they've already got themselves on the site. This is quite peculiar. Buster lining them up and knocking them down. Only gets 2, and Cricket's there to wrap this one up. But bomb plant achieved. Everything Complexity set out to do, they have done.
Nice. You're absolutely right there. They get the bomb planted, they get 1 kill. That's about what they were worth. They had 1 smoke and a flash and 1 Desert Eagle. That was about it. They'll be happy with the plant, and Avangard will be happy to keep 4 players alive as they make sure they distribute the weapons around accordingly here. Juggling them is Adren, making sure that their weapons get to their designated position. So that's a very strong round from Avangard. Starting to close the gap now on the CT side. Still anyone's game here, as we'll see Complexity start to reel it in, work out what the next move is going to be. They've tried to mix things up, and that led them to a financial disaster. So what's the next play? Back to business as usual, the default, so they're going to try and keep running with something a little bit avant-garde. We'll see Shazam with the T-side AWP. He's got 15 kills to his name, so is Obo. At the very top, though, is Sick with 19. We're seeing
4
Avangard.
CTs at the start?
Complexity did this a few times, right? So just getting them set up, established, without using their utility. The players playing towards B. So when you leave them, they're in position with their smoke, their flashbang still. They can actually play the B bomb site.
And surprisingly, miraculously, only 13 points of damage done after all of that.
And you can see Buster and kick out the B players still have a smoke, an incendiary each, a flashbang, 2 HEs. They can really hold this like a fortress now.
Let's see what it looks like. Deep smoke on top as well. Kicker's already going to find one from the sandbags. If he's allowed to get away from this, I think he will.
Nade.
So comfortable. The flames were there. Shazam's going to catch the double.
That's actually really sick from Avangard.
Wow.
That 4-man play towards B to get control is really convincing. You put it off like this, and then you get double HE kills off the back of it when they think the HEs have gone. That's really cool. Sick will manage to at least pull one back in return. He knows he needs to be the 1-man army here, make his way towards B, and get that second kill, which he knows is available. It's a first on just for now. That's Buster, but he's gone through towards Spawn. I love it. Adren might sneak right past him here.
This is so odd. Adren's looking for him. He's expecting it. I mean, look at Adren's position. He's got his head screwed on tight. Does manage to get one, though. Sick. That's enough damage to make this round relevant. Obo can be the hero here. He's crossed towards Pool.
He knows.
He tries to draw Buster out, but stays crouched. The flash didn't quite connect either. This is, I mean, Obo's locking in. He can hear the flames. And woof, Rickett's the one to find the frag. Surely not going to be able to get this bomb down, though. If it's a fountain plant, he could get caught by James. Bomb's in.
Oof, the timing
Gun did just disappear towards Nubox. I'm not sure if he caught a glimpse. He certainly hasn't reacted to it. 2 versus 2. Who's the other? It will be Sanji coming in from CT. James just waiting for his teammate. Well, his teammate's gone now, and so his opportunities getting more and more limited. That's a huge shot into the thigh of Rickett. 1 versus 1 now. Obo. He's young. He's at the major, and he's not going to connect the shot just yet. The plant's bad for him. James going aggressive. He knows he ought to hit the shot close quarters. He does so, and he does have time.
Oh my
That's
God.
brutal.
Yeah.
1 versus 2.
You hate to see that happen. Obo gets the timing perfect. Didn't even expect to see the CT there. Repeats it, doesn't connect the shots, and that's going to be playing on his mind.
I stand by it that shooting players in the back of the head is the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely shot onto Rikke. The fact that he gets that through the wall, just into the thigh, and has the presence of mind to push into that banana fight so he can make sure he has it in time for the defuse. James played that beautifully. He said he's been quiet. Yeah. Well, that's the perfect time to start piping up.
Exactly. If you find the round that wins you the clutch, ties things up and breaks their money, all is forgiven, Alex.
Dream.
Yeah, right? Like, he's the AWP, Seaside AWPing is not known to be essentially very strong, but they're sick now, looking to get the Desert Eagle headshot. James really is coming alive now. That's fantastic, and he wants another slice of it, looks at things, as he'll be looking for all those T-steps, confirming the half was clear. And now he can actually be left there alone. Great opening kill. They've confirmed us up against pistols here. Shazam with just a Glock. He'll be bringing out the AWP next round as they wait patiently towards the T steps. James doesn't really have to do much here.
Gonna get handed some shots. Lovely elbow peek from, I think it was Def. He's got himself a real shot at this one with the smoke and the flash for the plant. Oboe, that's absurd. Actually managed to do damage to Buster before he goes down as well. A death knell of a bullet to the belly button.
That wasn't bad at all. They have a fighting chance here. If they can somehow recover that rifle, that's great, but that's all the way in towards Arch. Def will wait towards B. His teammates going in towards the apartment position. Does Def have any grenades? He'll probably smoke CT spawn and flash over and try and suggest they're going towards B around the 30-second mark, just to pull over one rotation, and then his teammates will get ready just to jump out of the apartments here. But Def has to go first. He's done the front of flashbang, the smoke's going in now, so he needs to try and survive it the best he can. He hasn't pulled a rotation from A, but there has been a headshot here. It needs to be a trade. Shazam needs the second kill, then there's a chance.
Takes the shot, Sanji on sight. Bomb in Shazam's grasp. If he wants to get that bomb plant in, he probably can get away with this one now. There's no pressure from Sanji in pit. He doesn't want to push out. Nade will short, lands on his bottom, and that will be the end of the round. Defo, however, still standing and spotted. Just going to slink away, perhaps be able to keep James in an awkward spot, but he can just escape to the safe hands of his teammates.
Oh, no kit.
No kit. 10-second defuse. Def gonna, I mean, what? Have a go? What can you possibly do? The defuse will come in. Slow and steady winning the race, and Sanji keeping hold of his M4. So 11-10, Vanguard taking the lead. That's worth noting. It's been always just a little slight lead towards Complexity, certainly was on the half. 8-7, now 11-10 in favor of the Vanguard boys.
That is brutal. The fact he did 50 damage to Buster as well. That was very nice from Oboe. And a lovely call there. Like we said, Complexity don't waste these rounds. So they see even an inch of an opportunity, they'll always try and take it. Def, they have a nice fake towards B. Shazam, fantastic shot on the A side. They get the bomb planted. Sure, they didn't win the round, but it gives them an extra $800 per player just by getting that bomb down on the T side. So it's always worth getting the bomb down, get a much stronger buy going forward. And as we mentioned, Shazam bringing out the AWP now, trying to take on James, who's having a bit too much fun, it seems, Alex.
Yeah, T side AWPing on Inferno, it's notoriously difficult. Shazam, this is not the first time he's chose to pull it out for this best of one. The opening game, worth mentioning for both these teams. Many have already played, and many big names have fallen. If you haven't been keeping track of the major, definitely worth looking up the games that interest you. I guess we should probably do somewhat of a spoiler-free broadcast, given the fact that people are, you know, working and all of that lifestyle, but...
All that stuff,
yeah. If you have to work, that's what we're doing, apparently, Henry, but it doesn't really feel like it.
Yeah. It's not really a job, is it?
No, I think we might just be absurdly lucky. So let's enjoy it. There's 60 seconds on the clock, and it is still that delicious and delectable full buy for both sides.
Indeed. Well, it's Complexity going for the full B execution here. I dare say Shazam will lead the charge and peek towards spawn. Really strong smoke, though. Avangard hold on to that as long as they possibly could. That's 15 seconds now. Sure, Complexity can get in position to set up for their execution here. They've got the bomb on this side of the map, but with that incendiary, it's going to be incredibly difficult to actually break down the defense of the B site here. Kicker, as soon as he can see one more bit of utilities dropping it, just like that. That will be done. 7 seconds now, they have to wait unless they extinguish it like that. And Sick, he'll do it and jump in towards the site. Buster to connect.
This is going to be such a mess. 20 seconds. Look at them all. They're all dancing around. It's so scary. Bullets connecting everywhere through the smoke, locking them out. There is no way in. Shazam's trying to find one, make one. Carve it out of stone. He's got 10 seconds as he scampers away. Will get the Molotov looking for the plan. That's actually not bad. James won't be able to get the angle necessarily. He will, I tell a lie, over the flames, over the wall, and over into 12-10 score, closing the gap.
Beautiful stuff from Avangard. If you're just joining us, in the pre-game, they said they've had a 20-day boot camp coming to this tournament. I can see their CT sides are very strong right now. The timings they have there, the understanding they have of their opposition and what they have left in terms of their resources is very good. They're sending 4 players at the start. They have all their grenades available to them, and that full commitment comes in towards the B side. Buster has been very impressive throughout this series so far. Great T side performance, lovely, confident. utility, and like you said, it was absolute chaos there. They finally commit. They've got no vision with the AWP. They're all flash. They can't even break through the bomb site. They have extinguished Molotovs. It was a nightmare for Complexity.
I would love to have the last 20 seconds, the comms from Complexity as the molly lands. I want to hear how you handle that, because it must just be chaos. So hard to change your contingency plan so quickly. James already taken down Shazam, and Kickert is about to take two with his aggression through mid. Not a third. My goodness, he gets the dink.
He dinged sick as well.
That is a huge performance from Kickert. He pushes down middle. We saw Ricker get caught out with his mid aggression in the half prior. That's an example of how good it can look. Huge. Back's turned. Nearly takes three. I mean, he essentially has. I mean, what's Sick going to do now?
Not much, I would say. He's hoping that some of these Avangard players get a little bit greedy and give an access point, but he has got the bomb. That's about the only good news I can bring to you regarding Complexity in this round. It's going to be 13-10 almost certainly with the 10 HP available to Sick. Lovely shot towards Sanji. He hasn't had the best game so far, but he has got the information as to where Sick resides.
He's playing with them though, that smoke. He's trying to feign a B presence, trying to get paranoia setting in for Buster. He's made it clear where he is, and James will finish it off nicely. And so Vanguard getting dangerously close for you Complexity fans out there to the 16 number, the magic number.
Oh, this is so
again. Good. Look at that. The fact that he nearly gets three.
It can't come together any better than that. You've got your AWPer looking towards T-steps. He nails a kill, so that's lost vision, right? And at that point, they're trying to adjust for the AWPer. They're trying to say, let's pounce back on him. Kicker's at the bench already, so they're jumping out of grenades and trying to work out to push the AWPer back. He's there at the bench, and you just got no idea. You're not thinking about that at that stage. You've lost a player trying to pick up the pieces in that regard, and Kicker gets 2.5 kills. That was round done. His teammates reposition and Sick with 10 HP. Already been dinked. And it's another pistol round here for the North Americans. Looking for 14-10. Avangard might just do it here. Up against the CZs and Deagles. I mean, it's a decent utility array, though.
Complexity have hit somewhat of a brick wall here on the T side. I mean, they've got 2 rounds to show for this half. The armored pistols. They couldn't do it with weapons necessarily, and this is nice work from a Vanguard, using that deep smoke to get close. Through the smoke they go, and it's a meat grinder. 3 from Kicker. He's going to get the 4th. Oh, we got the ace. We don't. Stolen from him by Buster. 4 quick ones, though.
Yeah.
Eco Cobra.
Might seem like it's against Ego. Remember, they had Deagle and Armor and grenades there. That's still a very difficult round at this level of the game to fend off. The fact he had 4 kills there, that's fantastic. Here are the AWP leaders. Shazam with 8 AWP kills, and James there with 7. But the ones he's got in the second half have been very influential indeed. He's denied plants, he's won clutches, and stayed alive. That's one of his big calling cards, I suppose. He does stay alive a lot with the AWP, but that's great. He's not giving away that weapon too much at all in his kick-up. Finishing things off there with the USP. We'll have a tactical timeout for Complexity once again. AWP for Shazam. And we get into round number 25. Avangard 1 away from match point here. They've got a ton of money as well, Alex. They can afford to lose a round.
Okay, let's see how Complexity are going to come out of the gates then. Round 25, it's a best of 1, sink or swim. You're up against it. You really have not found an answer yet on this T side. Heroics from individuals have got you a way in. Unable to close. That's the Complexity story here on Inferno.
Indeed. 4 players again.
Oh, I love this. Was cool. Let's see if they do this exactly the same again. Fast flash, deep smoke, Molotov, double molly. Unfortunately, into the smoke this time. I think that might have been thrown by the T's even.
At this point, they'll send the 2 CTs back, and it's beautiful because now you can see Buster and once again Kicker. They have the smoke, the incendiary, the HEs. Now they're toying with their opponents because you feel like, oh, they've dumped all their utility. Let's go for a take of it. They start locking within the incendiaries again like that. They double HE towards logs. It can be really overwhelming.
Right, and that's what this is a conversation perhaps for another time. But the idea of that, you know, doing something enough to create a fear for it to happen again. It's very interesting. And nice work from Def. He pays a heavy price. They're down to 19. They look to swing towards long. Kick it. Oh, that smoke keeps Shazam alive. James, he is solo. A bullet surely going to catch him on the retreat. It does. Shazam close quarters catches Kick at Complexity. Got 5 men still standing as the dust does settle. Buster, he's been the hero. 24 frags, but all still standing for Complexity. He changes that. Shazam looking to take the fight from Boiler. He's being hunted and he knows it. He's hoping that fight is easy and it's winnable. He does get another.
Buster is nuts.
He really is. And I can't stop thinking about the rabbit from Hey Arthur every time I say his name.
Yeah, I know, with a yellow sweatshirt.
Yeah, you think people would do that? Go on the internet and lie? That's Buster. That's Buster,
You can
bro.
quote Hey Arthur. I
did just quote Hey Arthur, yes. I have clearly got some problems.
We are going to see now Buster with 2 kills.
Def's dead, right?
No, not planted in the very back of the site, like that. So it isn't the default plant spot, sure, but it was planted
Just deep
in the
in
back.
the... Okay, I didn't check the plant spot.
So he's absolutely fine.
Safe and sound. And it will be the 11 to 14. That's the third T round from Complexity. It was a necessity at this point.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest, but they'll certainly take it. Some heroics there from Shazam with a close-range AWP. Works out for him. We saw that flank coming from Kicker. He was assertive with that push. He knew what he had to do there. He gets up behind him through the smoke. If he gets that 1 kill on Shazam, I dare say he does a lot more, but didn't work out. We did say they had 1 round they could lose and still have a full buy. You can see that reflected on your screens right now is the AWP of James. Still with 4 rifles, defuse kits, everything they need, but this is the last of the cash here.
Smoking a push from Sick, trying to, well, I say push, actually, he stands vigilant. He's trying to keep the CT's guessing. Look at the flash. That's perfect timing. Straight emerging from the smoke, gets himself away into the round. Now, Banana gone. Forces a much more passive stance from Buster. Obo wins the duel on Sanji, traded by James. And the frags are happening all over the map.
They are indeed. But Buster, who has been looking absolutely fantastic for Avangar, will be anchoring towards B. He's got 3 players to fend off here. Couple of kills to secure the round. He's going to take down Def first. Not as clean as you'd like there. Actually doesn't really do any damage at all. Doesn't control the spray. And at this point, James and Adren still in the conversation for the round. The bomb's not yet been planted. Great positioning from Sick. That should do it. James... He doesn't really have much to say about this one. It will be the save of the AWP by the looks of things here. He falls back towards middle. Avangar, now they could be toppled. The fact they didn't win this round, they haven't got map point yet. We discussed it on the previous game in Inferno. It's one of those maps where you get a bit of momentum, you start breaking down their money, you can definitely get back into it. But it's smart calling, reading their tendencies, and that's Avangar. They didn't send 4 players towards B that time. They actually went for an apartment stack like we saw. Obo dealt with that pretty well. It was Jane with the AWP in towards the apartments. Once they realized that Jane was in the apartments, that's a cue to get in towards B. Avoid him at all costs.
Jane will find another one, add it to his tally. I'm sure that someone's making a meme in Twitch chat right now.
They're probably quite the memes going on.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. They've got a little catchphrase about him as well, don't they?
What do they? Yeah, probably.
I can't remember what it is. I've seen it a few times. there is a little song about him.
Well, I'm going to say it now. James has saved his AWP. And we'll bring it into the next round. It is going to be an interesting one. This was a really nice way to get that opening frag. Sick with a ballsy spray control. That's a long-range spray control headshot. My goodness.
So they're using the same tendencies you described there. They've shown that incendiary smoke combination towards the banana side of the map so many times. They're changing things up with just 2 players. Now it's the same approach with less manpower. They were hoping it'd be enough just to push them back once again and they'd go towards A where the rest of their players were. It didn't work out though. They got flashed off and here's James. Remember, saving the AWP in the last round. If he wins this one for them, it will be worth it, but loses the vision, and the incendiary is not fantastic, but not the worst, I suppose.
Gets the close wall. It doesn't even do that.
It does seem kind of sick, to be honest, because they can't boost or anything.
Yeah, that does everything.
Maybe it was just by design, you know. Go ahead, pull the trigger.
Click.
He's still got a smoke. If he drops that smoke now, goes back towards A himself, this day's gamble towards A. I think that would be
Fire
enough.
a shot, throw the smoke.
I want him to go away now.
That wall bang. Yes, that's so good.
Just scare them off and then get towards A. Just leave B open. That's what what you want to be doing here. I would say it's a very readable situation. I'd be like, he's not going to just let us have it.
Yeah.
He's not going to stay there. He knows what we're up to.
4-5-man stack. I mean, they know they've got to do something, right? You've got nothing other than a Deagle, CZ,
Complexity reading that. They know what he's up to. Like, it's a nice call. That's what he should be doing. But top players will be able to read the kind of the mindset of their opposition as well.
Only a chicken to defend B.
Oh
no, he's looking the wrong way. He's going to get caught off.
The flashbang's going to get him.
They could flash him. But look at the restraint from Complexity. They have taken so much time out of this. That whole James smoke and mirrors that he tried, so much time has passed, they've just walked into it.
It's a nice idea, like I said.
Wow,
but like,
yeah. Interesting.
This game, like, it's obvious what he's up to. Like, the fact he's just firing off shots randomly after dropping a smoke, why would he give up the only weapon they have?
I'm falling for it straight up, by the way. Guys, go A. If they saved an AWP, it's on B. Go
like,
A.
Why would you spam? If anything, you're hiding the fact the AWP's there. You wouldn't just be spamming it. So it's a nice idea, but Complexity didn't take the bait.
Well, I would have gobbled it up and asked for more, for sure.
You would.
Bloody hell. 14 then, soon to be 14 to 13.
Operation Protect the VIP here.
The President, James. Or the Christ James, if you're making bad taste.
Yeah,
Pizza. Remember that one?
That was just a joke there, guys.
What was he up to?
Just a joke. I think that was the PR response.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
You asked me, but what do I know?
Nice little massacre at the orb.
Oh,
He saved his
Why has he gone for that? Okay, they save it, but still.
Little ambitious. I'm not saying it was the best idea.
Didn't need those exit frags, but they saved the orb, it's fine. Either way, Avangar now. Got James in the middle. Looking to get that all back. Complexity really are looking much stronger here. Their T sides
ever since that timeout.
Underwhelming. Yeah, that timeout has sorted things out. They've managed to be combative towards the B side of the map. They're closing the scoreline down. It's going to be 14-13 now. MP9 for kicker.
Double orb.
Yeah, the double orb's coming out. Bust up. Presumably towards the B side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, he's been somewhat of a pillar on that side of the map now with a different weapon. Obo has regularly been given the job of apps. Now, the reason he threw that flash, it did look like it was to guide him stepping into that jump, but doesn't look like it's going to be rendering him a frag just yet. Buster, on the other hand, responsible for B and thriving. God, it's just a barrage of utility.
It is.
They just throw everything but the kitchen sink and the house cat.
Or the chicken.
Or the chicken, the B defensive chicken. Didn't do a great job last round, but room for improvement. Buster certainly has. Def's gone. And so the numbers favouring a Vanguard. It's been a while, 3 rounds drought for them, but they're looking to extend it. Obo's looking to change things. Quick frag, that's an AWP gone. AWP versus AK. And the youngster thrives. Ricky from apps. He's got so much utility, it would be a travesty not to see that used before he emerges from balcony.
Well, they've got plenty of time here. 50 seconds. Complexity focusing towards the A side, but look at the flank coming in from Avangar. They've got 2 players in the form of Kicker and Buster. Remember, one of those got the AWP as well. They've got all the information as an A side attack. Complexity need to get their skates on. Ricky jumps out the apartments and does find a Dren. Very confusing moment there. Sandy needs multiple frags, but he hasn't been performing on Inferno whatsoever. Looks like Complexity might have done enough there. It's down to the 2-on-2. They need to find these kills, and Buster, he's got the bomb towards the hay bales. 25 seconds remaining, and Ricky has got his work cut out for him.
He's got to be such a hero already. Kickert's coming from long. He's not even going to be able to get back in the site. If he does retrieve it, just about going to try and plant. Kickert's low, but I think he's got the timing.
Damn.
It's just a fantastic handling. Buster and Kickert just saved a Vanguard's ass, because that was awkward. 3 huge frags from Complexity. I don't want to talk about that whole pit situation, but my goodness. Great work from Buster. Close quarters with the AWP.
That advantage Complexity had fell apart like a house of cards there. The fact that the bomb trickles down beyond the hay bales couldn't have gone any worse for them. Like, the fact they lost that kill, that would have been fine, but the fact of the 2-on-2 with the bomb compromised in that sort of scenario, Ricky, I think he even lost information as to where the bomb was. He checked in the apartments, he's like, no, it actually drops in the worst position it could have done, to be honest. He's gone on the other side towards them, so you might be done for at this point. He goes for the plant, Kickhead's already there, pushing from library, he knows there's low HP available, and he manages to get the kill, and indeed match point as we'll move forward. I love that with the double orb setup though as well, because James once again was firing off speculative shots towards middle, giving away his position, knowing that they'll think it's a single orb setup. They can challenge towards B with a wide swing because James there, but Buster, secondary orb, ready to get that opening kill. What have we got here?
And he got just
Is it someone waking up?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of
sleepy, little docile.
This, to be fair, when I look at my Counter-Strike monitor, this is usually what it looks like.
There we go, fully awake.
Oh my goodness.
In we go now. What are we up to? 15-13, right. 2 rounds
Match
required.
point for a Vanguard. It's a team that many didn't know where to place them. Certainly with the pick'ems and from what I've seen from the community, it's a question mark. Well, they're giving us plenty of answers already. Loving what Buster's bringing to the table. Attack through the wall is what he's brought to this round, and somehow Shazam still landed on his socks. And a Molotov. This guy is so brave as he tried to take a wild shot, and he's still standing. My goodness, he's taken a leaf out of a Vanguard's book.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. The fact that he's willing to challenge that still, he's got the AWP, so why not? He's going to go for those one-shot kills regardless, and it starts to calm down.
He's had a bullet, a nade, and a Molotov all touch him already.
Been fully blind twice, there, firing off shots and still alive.
Perhaps it's time for the others to take the reins. James has done that in this round, looking to close it out with a bang. Ricky gone, forced to watch as his team try and keep themselves alive and kicking. The dream of an opening win at the major Still a possibility, but just 4 players available to realize it. Nice work from Sick, keeps it level. Looking to push in towards this A site, or are they? They're trying to draw the CTs out, but they are just standing vigilant. I see Kickert still locking himself in, now starts to walk towards CT. A question mark now. Def is trying to maintain some presence, and that will keep this. That might even lock in the Kickert rotate. Now they start to make noise at B, and now it's down to Shazam's low HP.
We'll see if he can find the opening kill toward this B side of the map. We have got Sanji. He's waiting the new boxes here. He has been the weak link of the Avangard squad.
They've sold it. I can't believe they've sold it. Def on long has got 3 CTs staring at him.
Well, that means they might not check new boxes, though. They might not check it. I don't think they will, Alex. They're planting. Sanji, you're not going to deny that plant? Are you kidding?
What on earth is going on here? Perhaps looking for the element of surprise. Does behead him, thank goodness. 2 now left on Banana. The plant is for them, sure. But they've got a shot at it now. A Vanguard 2 kills away from an opening win. Here in the Swiss format, that's huge. Flash and conversion from Kickert all onto Def. He's got to find 3. They triple peak, and that's a Vanguard with the W in the bag. It's going to be 16-13 final score. What a map of Inferno. Yeah. We had a whole lot of Counter-Strike.
Really enjoyed that one. What a performance in Kickert as well. He really put a bow on that one towards the end. 3 kills, and you could see he was mad for that one. He knew he was performing very well as an individual. He was buying up, and his teammates weren't, just to kind of ruin the money of his opponents there. A really entertaining game of Inferno. We did see signs of life from Obo, though. We were interested to see whether he could perform here at the Major. He definitely had some heroic individual moments, but overall complexity, after they lost those key situations towards the end of the game.
That 1v1, you talk about Obo, yes. I mean, yes, pressure doesn't seem to be an issue. We're not going to have the youngster at a major storyline, you know, pressure, will he handle it, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. But that loss, I mean, those tough, I could have done better situations. How does he thrive from that? Does he come back from that? Because that was a 1v1 that could have completely turned the tide of this game.
That was, it was difficult to watch. It wasn't like he necessarily... He didn't expect the CT to be in that position at all, right? He expected him to be on the bomb. He comes out, he has actually a free kill on a play.
He's doing crazy things, but all the same, I think Vanguard have clearly, you know...
Willing to challenge that still, he's got the orb, so why not? He's gonna...